This is Casey. I am the Executive Director of Nurses in Charge. And come
Yes.
on, you know we are a global organization, and I am around the globe introducing you to some of our leaders. It is my honor and privilege to present to you one of the foremost first leaders. She was here before I was. Her name is Evelyn Yenkio. I hope I'm saying
Yes.
it correctly, but she is in Liberia, West Africa. She is a nurses in charge leader. She actually opened up the first chapter and really helped support the second chapter. So we're gonna tune in. Come to me with we're in Liberia, Africa. We're on a children's ward today. You might hear the babies in the background, but come with me. We're going to talk to Evelyn. Welcome, Evelyn. Welcome. Hi,
Thank you,
sis.
Casey.
It is so nice to have you. It is so nice to be working with you side by side in Nurses in Charge. And we just want you to be seen by the world because you're an amazing nurse. And I just wanted to ask you, like, what made you want to be a nurse in the first place?
Oh, I really want to be a nurse because I got a passion for that. I
Mhm.
want to give holistic care
Yes.
and I want to care for my patient, as you are seeing. And
Yes.
now I'm in the hospital. So I feel good being in a hospital
Yes.
to save life. That's my
How
goal.
that is beautiful to say. How long have you been a nurse, Evelyn?
I have been a nurse for like 7 years now.
7 years. So
Yes.
after being a nurse for 7 years, here comes NIC, Nurses in Charge. What made you want to join? What made you really like Nurses in Charge, the organization?
What really make me to believe in nurses in charge, as you can see, the way in which they present the organization. Because when you are in an organization that is not trustworthy, people will not really trust the organization. But Nurses in Charge is an organization that, in the sense that it make people to glue together. It make you to understand globally how the organization is looking at, and they are trustworthy.
Yes.
So this is why I really believe in nurses in charge. They are not organizations that when they talk and they don't do it. When
Mm.
they give you information, they tell you the reality of the information. See, for example, the registration process. You see some fake organization where they are doing registration. People use that same process to register all of people, but nurses in charge is not like that. Nurses in charge make you, when you do your registration, is on the forefront. You will not use that particular form to register another person. So it's a trustworthy organization. It's not just an organization that will blindfold people. So I believe in nurses in charge for that.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, I am just so in awe of you because you are on fire for Nurses in Charge. And just the reports I hear coming out from Liberia, when somebody is taking care of a nurse in
Mhm,
Liberia that belongs to Nurses in Charge, they get
mhm.
excellent care. So I had a question. How did you grow the momentum for Nurses in Charge with a brand of excellence that makes everybody wants to join? Because everybody in Liberia and where you are want to be part of Nurses in Charge. How did you do it? Share.
Yes. Wow. It's a great question. You see, sometimes you make people to trust you and the way you wish you position yourself when you are doing things. You know, nurses in charge came about when I came across my patient, which I did not know at all. But the way in which you present yourself to people and make people to be part of things, you should make people to believe in you. You know, some people will give stories and they frame it another way.
Yes.
But I do it in a way that when I tell you about nurses in charge, when you come and see for yourself, you'll see what is going on. I will not tell you another thing, then you get to another thing. So
Yes.
if I tell you this is what we are doing for nurses in charge today, like for my launching, what I
Mhm.
explain to them, people that are used, I tell them, say, so people will be there. And when they came, they saw those people, like the ambassador, she the secretary director for nurses board in Liberia. Such a people, you see them, you be part of things. So they say, wow, this lady is on fire. So
Yes.
that I knew move them to be part of nurses in charge. That momentum make them to understand nurses in charge. So,
Exactly. Because you can't be, if you are a leader and you're not fully committed and you're not passionate, you other
mhm,
people are not going to take you seriously,
yes,
right?
yes.
So you
Mhm,
have to be committed. You have to be on fire. You have to be passionate, and
yes.
that you are. But a question I had for you now in Liberia, you guys faced a moment the government did not pay you, and you didn't have resources. You guys were helping the people in the fire. You were doing so many things out of your own pocket. So, in the States here, people think you have to pay a lot of nurses to get them all fired up and actually improve the quality of care. But you've done it and you haven't paid these nurses anything. So please share with me, as a leader, how do you get excellence out of your team? And not just using money, by not just using money. How do you get them to perform at a higher standard and take pride in their work? What do you do?
Okay. One thing as a leader, you should be committed. One, and you should know how to talk to your people. Because in Liberia, the relationship of nurses, nurses, they don't earn much. Doctors make more money than nurses. So some of the work is high and the salary is less. And sometimes you work that you volunteer. Like for me, I volunteer in a hospital like for 3 years without pay, 4 years without pay.
As a nurse.
Yes, as a nurse in Liberia, yeah. So now, if you got passion, you only tell them this profession is a profession that you need to be having passion for it really, because there is no good money, no good pay. But the way in which you will present yourself to your dealers, the way you will talk to them, even if they are not taking pay, it will make them to move and do what they're supposed to do. And you have to talk to them that they'll be able to give holistic care.
Yes.
Because you are not paying the people, you are not giving them anything, then you are giving them harsh word, then they will not be able to get holistic care. And some patients come in the hospital, they come through the way you talk to them, through the way you care for them, healing take place. And we found ourselves in healing ministry. So, so in that,
Tell
so
it,
in,
Evelyn. Tell it.
yes.
You got my heart.
So in that, you have to care for your patient holistically. Give them use them in a way that they will be able to understand, motivate them by talking to them, by using strategy, where they'll be able to always be coming to work. Because if you don't use such strategy, people will leave. You cannot go to school. As I tell you, I went to school. I'm a registered nurse, BSN. Then I'm volunteering for like 4 years without pay. How will I care for my family?
Yes.
That will make you to even leave your career and go away and do other things that you don't want to do. But I rest assured that when you got passion for this job, you're not even think on money, you're only think on care, how to care for your patient. And you tell them after that, you will be blessed.
And you are a blessed woman. You are. And I see a lot of blessings coming for you because I think your words resonate through with all of our leaders because, some places nurses are not paid what they should be to keep up with the high cost of living. And some places, like you explained, they're not even paid at all, right?
Uh,
But the passion, so now we'll talk about pay another time because we're working on that. We want nurses to be paid well, because passion is not going to sustain them forever. But I want to talk to you about how do you see the future of nurses in charge in your country? What do you see for nurses in charge in Liberia?
yes,
Fred,
that question is good. It's an excellent question. Yes.
thank you.
For me, what I want for nurses, what I see nurses in charge to do for me in my country is one, they should improve. They should improve my nurses,
Hmm.
how to do the customer services.
Mm.
Because in Liberia, because of low salary, sometimes when you are working and you earn good money, you give more care.
Yeah.
But now, in Liberia, the salary is low. So some nurses, when they are caring for patients, they feel different. They are
Yeah.
not happy doing
Yeah.
that. So I need nurses in charge to really move and make them to get our customer services. They know how to care for patients, how to talk to patients. They should have some good training, good working relationship. Nurses to be able to travel from another place to go work and experience another
Mhm.
hospital. Like
Yes.
Sis Francis
Yes.
and myself were talking. She said, I want to come in Liberia and work small. And myself saying, I want to go America and see how the people work there.
Exactly.
Yes. So that intertwine, it should be among nurses in charge for
Yeah.
my country, that
Yes.
my nurses will know what they are doing. Because sometimes when you are tired in your place, you don't know what you are doing. But when you leave another place and go to another place, you know your working relationship. Whether you know how to talk to patient good or
Yes.
whether you are caring for patient holistically, then
Yes.
you will know.
Yes.
So
Yes.
nurses in charge need to do that for me. Good working
Absolutely.
relationship.
Oh, I love it. I love
Yes.
it. Thank you for sharing this. You know, we have some nurses, and I was talking to some of them in Lebanon, and they want the same thing. You know, not everybody who wants to immigrate wants to do so for solely financial reasons. To immigrate, to find out how do other people do it? How can I do it better? These are the people we want to come on to Nurses in Charge, where we
And I
can
need
have an interchange.
Casey, I need a headquarter for nurses in charge in Liberia. That when you come in Liberia, you feel relaxed, you will get place to sleep. They say this belongs to nurses in charge.
I love it. I love it. You are speaking my language. And I think that goes into elevating healthcare where if someone goes, because there's a lot of people who want to come to Africa, but they're concerned about the standard of healthcare. So if nurses in charge can have a level of healthcare that is even nice, you come in, you're like, wow, it's holistic,
Yes.
and they have nice treatment. That just
Mhm.
will brand us internationally so well if we have that standard all around the globe. I see the vision. We have the same vision. I was so excited. Okay, so what are some of the challenges the nurses in Liberia are faced with right now? What are some of the real problems? You talked about the low pay.
Mhm.
We talked about the education. Is there
Mhm.
any other challenges the nurses in Liberia
Yes,
face?
yes, we have many. No good equipment to work with. You know,
Oh,
when you got equipment.
yes.
For example, if the patient need to be in a NICU, where they bring the patient from the OR, you don't have those sets. How will you care for the patient? And you want to care for your patient, your goal is for to save life. Then you
Mm,
see the patient dying slowly, and you need all of those things that will bring that patient back to life.
mm,
So we don't have equipment to care for our patients. No good equipment. You go in the OR, no good equipment. You can't like on piece wall. You have to get a center where piece. When they bring patient like pre and 10, 7 months, they got place where they will keep them. They got people that specialize in that area to care for them. Then they got other people that's supposed to do other things. But no equipment. You're looking for other things to care for patients. How will you get holistic care when there is
mm,
no good equipment to care for your patient? Who are you going to get to? So
mm.
we need equipment. We need things that will motivate people to come in the hospital. Because when equipment in the hospital, people will not just move from the rural area like where I am in Nima, Liberia, Ganta. You go
Mm-hmm.
Morovia, someone is ill, and if you got the equipment, you will not send the person Morovia to go and get to do even a CT scan. You do it
Mm.
right here, you get a result and just send it. So we need things that will help our nurses to work. Because when you get the material, you enjoy the work
Yes,
and it make
yes.
you to know the kind of nurse you are.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And I think this is wonderful. And I think even as a leader, identifying those needs as far as what equipment is needed for nurses in charge, that's something we could go into charge with, actually writing down the equipment that is needed so that when we get the sponsors, we tell them this is what is needed. This is how
Yeah.
you can be part of Nurses in Charge because we are on fire and we're going to get the equipment. We're going to get all the resources we need.
Yes. Woo!
So I have another question for you.
Yes, Mama Director.
What will you say that to encourage a nurse who is giving up. Maybe they were passionate for nursing, but now the work is hard, the pay is low, the patient's frustration is many, you're lacking equipment, you feel like you can't really serve them. So they say, I might as well go do some other work. I might as well get out of here. What will you
Mm-hmm.
say to encourage them to keep them in the profession?
Mm-hmm. One thing there is, as I will tell you, as an early stage, you encourage them to not lose hope.
Hmm.
Tell them this profession is why you decide to be part of. For example, now you are not taking good money, you are not taking good salary, your salary is low, and you are feeling discouraged. You encourage them, you talk to them and tell them the only thing you need to do is you need to continue to give care. As I'll tell you, we found ourselves in a healing ministry. Our way of talking to our patients, they make them. And through that, you come through a good contact. Like now, as you can see me, did I knew you before? No. But because I came across my year through good customer services,
Yes.
how a good care I gave, make thousands of nurses were going to be part of nurses in charge, make them to go globally, make them to talk to people that they are not seen before.
Mhm.
That alone will give you opportunity to move. You don't have to have money for the house, but the opportunity. Now I'm talking with the director of nurses in charge,
Yes.
Casey Taco, she and myself. The last name there is what? The last name?
My last name, Pacheco Moran.
Pichaco Marine. Now,
Yes, yes.
they took you me before? No. But
No?
because of good customer services,
Yes,
how caring I was to my patient,
yes.
allow me to be part of nurses in charge, and I'm going internationally. You
Yes,
see
you
that?
are.
Am I pay for that? No. The opportunity alone. I'm looking at the future. So you
Yes.
talk to them, you say, don't look at the money, just continue to give holistic care. And God is going to open another door for you. And you just see yourself in your place that you're not even expecting.
You are so beautiful. You are so beautiful. And I see that you are a leader. I see this is exactly what motivates why everybody in Nimba County want to be part of Nurses in Charge because
Yeah.
you are inspiring and you are my sister. And I believe that what you are doing and inspiring, this is going to go worldwide wide because nurses all over, they face with the same challenges, maybe different levels of it, but it's the same thing. And you are speaking to the soul of nursing and you're saying, this is a calling. Get
Mhm.
aligned, heal yourself holistically, and do it for your patients because they
Mhm.
need you right now.
Mhm.
So I thank you.
You know,
But
some people.
I wanted to say, what stimulates and what motivates Evelyn? What gets you fired up like this? What are some of the thoughts you're thinking?
Mm, come again.
What are some of the thoughts? What makes you motivated? What makes you wake up and say, this is going to be a good day. This is my passion. I am going to do this. What are some of the things you think about? I know you are a woman of faith. What keeps you going? What keeps you motivated? Why haven't you given up? What makes you in charge and on fire for Nurses in Charge?
Yes, because I know I'm going to get a reward ahead. I know what I'm doing, I will be paid for. So I just love this profession. This is why I gave all my might. When I was student, I even used to volunteer. I went to work without even a pay. Now, even the hospital, I just opened chapter 2 in
Yes.
Banga,
Uh-huh.
CB Domba. I volunteered in a hospital when I was student for 3 years. And people were listed out to go and get on pay. But because I love this job, I
Hmm.
said no. I'm going to go forward and I'm going to do what I want to do. Nurses is what I believe in, and I will do it. Now, chapter two chair, Esther.
Uh-huh.
Esther was the one that even used to pay my way to go home. So she said, "Wow, Evelyn is now my boss." I said, "We are boss for it."
That is amazing. That is amazing. So,
Yes.
So that is amazing. And I love how you see it. So the way I would say it, and this is just me taken from what you're telling me, is you are able to see that what you're doing right now will pay off in the future because it is good work. So you
Mm-hmm.
bank on that and you say, you know what? Maybe the pay, not today, not tomorrow, but what I
Mm-hmm.
am doing, it will pay
Mm-hmm.
off in the future. And I
Yeah.
believe it. I believe it. Right now, we're now starting up Nurses in Charge. So nurses are not paid to be part of Nurses in Charge. But I believe 10 years from now, this will be the hottest community for nurses. It will be very good for nurses. So my last question for you, Miss Evelyn, is if you could envision all nurses, like in the nurses in Nimba County,
Mm-hmm.
if every county in Liberia and every country in Africa has the same spirit as the nurses in charge in Nimba County, what will
Mm-hmm.
Africa look like in 10 years? What will healthcare look like for nurses
Wow.
in charge? If every nurse in Africa is part of nurses in charge, and they are operating like you guys are in Nimba County. What will healthcare look like in Africa in 10 years? Tell me, sister.
It will be really, really great
Yeah.
because when nurses in charge is here and you are caring for your patients, you are doing things that will make them to feel good. People will not even want to go out of other places. They will just want to be in Liberia and they say, wow, my country is already doing what other country can do. My, my nurses know how to talk to me. They know how to care for me. We got equipment and the way in which they present themselves, it makes me to feel good. So
Mm,
I believe the holistic care will
yeah.
make within 10 years time, the way in good customer service will
Mm,
improve my
yes.
country. Because the more you talk to your patients, the more you motivate them by care,
Mm-hmm.
that will make them to not go anywhere. They will
Yes.
always be with you. Because sometimes the reason why people go other places is because of holistic care. It's
Mm-hmm.
because of good customer services. Some
Yes.
people they come in the hospital, mentally they are ill. The way
Mm,
you present yourself to them, they get healed. Some don't come to the hospital because they want to take medicine. They don't want to take pill, but some need counseling. And as a nurse, you are advocate, you are a counselor, and you do all of those things. This is
absolutely.
why doctors, I tell doctors, I choose to be a nurse, and I love this my profession.
Yes.
So because if doctor is even making more than me, I don't care. What I want to do is to advocate for my patients, is to care for my patients. So within 10 years time, I want for everything to change.
Yes.
My nurses should go from other countries to other countries and experience.
Yes.
There should be good communication
Yes.
because networking
Yes.
now for
Yes.
nurses in charge, everything about nurses in charge is to go on internet. You see, sometimes if I don't have data, I have to quit.
Yes.
And nurses in charge will equip one day. The next day we enter the global chat room, you will get more information and you'll be living behind. So you know what I do now? I
What's
even
that?
save my lunch. I even save my lunch just to get data.
Oh,
Yes. My money I'm supposed to eat and go for lunch. I say I prefer getting my data to be connected
yes.
because I don't want a bag to pass by me.
Yes.
And now, if I'm not going to save that data, will I talk to you today? No.
Oh, no. Oh, I love you, Evelyn. You are a nurse through and through. You embody nursing. I actually would even coin you the Florence Nightingale of our century because you are on fire for nurses. And what you're saying, it resonates with every country, with every territory. This is the message we need to get to all of our nurses. And Evelyn, I do believe in 10 years, I see that vision with you. I see
Mm.
it. I see us going to different countries, learning and experiencing. I see you coming here, us going there, us going to Australia, Lebanon, Abu
Mm.
Dhabi, just everywhere, China, everywhere. And
Yeah, we are in
improving
charge.
ourselves because we are in charge. You are right. Oh, this was wonderful. Well, I know you have to get back to work, but this was an amazing interview. And I know our population at Nurses in Charge will be so happy to get to know you better because the network is
And,
not always great. So they get to know a
mm,
little bit of Evelyn. And then I would also say for those who were thinking about joining Nurses in Charge, those who
mm,
identify and resonate with the things that you're talking about, they need to be leaders. They need to come on and support you, no matter where in the world they are. They need to come
mm,
on and connect with you so that we
yeah.
can really, really do things.
Casey,
Tell me.
just a minute. Now, nurses in charge when I did it, the opening in Bon County,
Uh-huh.
where I opened chapter 2. You are getting me?
Yes, ma'am, I am. Claire.
Okay. Now, Nora Kia, my co-chair,
Mm-hmm.
she had been my instructor. She taught me fundamental in school.
Ooh.
And she got experience more than me, 29 years.
Yes.
Now, she's a master degree holder and I just an RN, BSN in nursing. And she
Yes.
my coach. So the testimony I gave today, I said nurses in charge is not about getting a degree. It's
Yes.
not about getting more degree. No. It's
Mm,
about associating yourself. It's about commitment. How
mm.
well you will work with the organization. Nurses in charge is not telling you because you got PhD, you got this, they will make you over the person. No, my co-chair is more than me, but I'm a chair for her. We work hands in hands to make the organization to go straight. So my prayer is, if you don't have that mind, you are going to be trapped on the
Yes.
wayside.
Yes.
Because definitely we will pray for that. We got our Faith Orange ministry, which
Mm-hmm.
is a committee that people are connected to. So nurses, if you are coming in nurses in charge with that mentor, you tell you, oh, I'm going in nurses in charge because I got PhD, I got this. You are going to be thinking on a broken stick because we don't believe in that.
We
We
don't.
believe in commitment. We believe
Mm.
in love. We believe in hard working.
Ooh.
Now we don't even have money to pay people. Sacrifice is what our goal. Until don't eat your future today. Look at your tomorrow and work hard for nurses in charge.
Oh, do I have anything to say? Amen, sister. Amen. You know, it is the foundation of the organization. You
Mhm.
know, Dr. Nyampu, she's a doctor of nursing practice. I'm not. I have BSN. And she put me as
Mhm.
executive director. Our secretary, CNA, she's a nursing student. She's executive secretary. She has,
Yeah.
Anthony with her, mentoring her. It's the structure of nurses in charge, and this is what makes the difference. The
Mhm.
humility of the organization, the setup where we're not just saying, oh, nurses, don't eat your young, treat other people right, but we're positioning people to who are committed to take charge, to take the lead,
Mhm.
right? And we're supporting them. So you make a very, very important point. I
Mhm.
love you, Evelyn Yengio. I
Thank,
love you.
thank you so much.
And it is my greatest pleasure to work alongside with you, even
Thank
from this far. And we're going
you.
to work on getting you guys equipment. So, make the list and send it to us. We're going to work on the equipment. Okay?
Woo!
I just
Thank
thank
you
you
so
so much for
much.
the interview.
Says Yempu say, Casey and Emily, they love noise, they like to talk, When you love the organization, you have to put yourself in it. And
Yes.
it's right.
Yes, and we will be the energy bunnies of Nurses in Charge as we go
Wow.
all around the world. We're going to get our fellow nurses charged up.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Thank
appreciate you. Okay, so we will end it here. I will have you back again, because we will talk about growth.
you.
We will keep talking to our own leaders and the leaders of the nurses around us. And I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate your time. I know you got to go back to work, but I appreciate our viewers as well tuning in. And please connect with our community. Please connect. If you have a donation and you want to donate towards some of the equipment, we will appreciate your donations because a little donation goes a long way, especially in a different country. So
Yes.
please give us your donations. We will happily send it to Liberia so they can get the equipment they need. Thank you,
Thank
Evelyn.
you.
We love you much. We will
Love
see you. We'll talk
you.
later.
Thank you.